You're following all the instructions your doctor gave you. And even so, your blood pressure is still high every time you check it. It's frustrating, I know. But the truth is, it's often not just about taking the medication. What you pair it with matters much more than you think. Today, I'm going to explain the best diet for lowering blood pressure, the best supplements, and the most common mistakes that may be keeping your blood pressure from coming down. If you're over 45, what we're about to cover could make a real difference in your health over the next few weeks. If you want to lower your blood pressure in 30 days, you don't need a miracle diet. You need science. And the diet with the strongest evidence behind it is still the DASH diet. A study published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology showed that reducing sodium and increasing potassium can lower systolic blood pressure by up to 11 millimeters of mercury in people with hypertension. And that is not a small change. 11 points can make a very real difference in your cardiovascular risk. Now here's the key. This is not about one magical food. There isn't a vegetable or a supplement that can fix the problem on its own. What works is the overall pattern. When you start eating more foods rich in potassium, magnesium, fiber, and antioxidants, your body starts changing from the inside out. You retain less fluid, your arteries relax more easily, and your blood flows with less resistance. And that's when your blood pressure starts to come down. To make this work in 30 days, the approach is very clear. Prioritize plant-based foods. Try eating foods like potatoes, mushrooms, spinach, legumes, and squash several times a week. These are simple foods, but they're incredibly powerful nutritionally. It's also important to include high-quality animal foods like salmon or yogurt. And don't forget nuts, especially walnuts. And here's something many people overlook: fiber. Most people think about blood pressure only in terms of salt, but vascular health depends on more than that. A diet rich in fiber helps with blood sugar control, improves metabolic health, and reduces low-grade inflammation, which slowly damages the blood vessels over time. That's why lentils, chickpeas, oats, and vegetables are not just healthy foods. They are real tools for improving blood pressure. One easy way to apply this is to think about your plate visually. Half of it should be vegetables, 1/4 should be quality protein, and the other quarter should be legumes, potatoes, or whole grains. It really can be that simple. Because many times, the problem is not that people don't know what to eat. It's that they make it far more complicated than it needs to be. And be careful with this. Eating well for 2 days does not cancel out a pantry full of ultra-processed, light, fit, or sugar-free products. Many of them are still high in sodium. Sandwich bread, box soups, ready-made sauces, deli meats, crackers, breakfast cereals. They seem harmless, but they may be holding back your results without you realizing it. During these 4 weeks, the simpler your food is, the better. Fewer packages, fewer strange ingredients, and more real food. It also helps a lot to change the way you add flavor. If you cut back on salt, but use garlic, lemon, olive oil, pepper, spices, or herbs, your taste buds will adapt faster than you think. The first few days may be a little difficult, yes. But then you start noticing flavors that used to be completely hidden by too much salt. By the way, if you'd like me to make a full video about the DASH diet and how to actually apply it in your daily life step by step, let me know in the comments. Now let's talk about supplements. There's a lot of misinformation out there, but science does support a few specific compounds. First, we have magnesium. A recent meta-analysis published in the journal Hypertension suggests that magnesium supplementation may help relax the muscles in the arteries, which allows blood to flow with less resistance. I'll link the video I made entirely about magnesium up here, because it's a very interesting supplement to consider adding to your diet. We also have omega-3s. Research supported by the American Heart Association shows that adequate doses of these fatty acids reduce vascular inflammation, helping keep your arteries from becoming stiff over time. And finally, CoQ10, or coenzyme Q10, which supports endothelial health and helps your blood vessels dilate more effectively when your body needs them to. That said, keep in mind that a supplement can never replace medication under any circumstances. Its role is to support your body, not replace your medical treatment. And now, let's get into the most common mistakes. The ones that make many people feel like they're doing everything right, but their blood pressure still doesn't go down. The first one is hidden sodium. A lot of people put away the salt shaker and think that's enough. But the real problem is often not the salt you see, it's the salt you don't see. Packaged bread, deli meats, aged cheeses, canned foods, sauces, and breakfast cereals can add up to huge amounts without you noticing. The second mistake is thinking in extremes. Like, I ate well all week, so it doesn't matter if I overdo it on the weekend. Well, maybe, but for many people, it does matter, because blood pressure can respond very quickly to several days of excess sodium, alcohol, or ultra-processed food. Another common mistake is what I call compensatory inactivity, thinking that 30 minutes of exercise makes up for sitting down for 10 hours. Movement snacks can make a big difference in your results. If you spend a lot of time sitting, try getting up at least once every hour and a half to take a few steps, or even do 10 squats. I know it sounds too simple to matter, but these small actions add up, and they add up a lot. We also tend to underestimate chronic stress. If your cortisol is through the roof, your blood pressure is not going to come down easily. Try doing activities that help you relax and mentally disconnect, even if it's just for 10 minutes a day. Going for a walk, taking care of your plants, or even taking a mindful hot shower before bed can help lower those cortisol levels. And along with stress, there's another very common mistake: sleeping badly and acting like it's normal. Sleeping too little, sleeping in a fragmented way, or going to bed with your mind racing keeps your body in alert mode. And a body that stays on alert does not lower blood pressure easily. Finally, many people don't check their blood pressure correctly. The best time to check it is always at the same time of day and under the same conditions, after sitting down and calming down for a while, and avoiding doing it right after coffee or after a stressful moment. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with someone who might benefit from it, subscribe, and give it a like if you're interested in this type of content. This video is for informational purposes only and does not replace medical advice. It's never too late to start taking care of your health. See you in the next video.